Did a controversial surgery in China cure blindness for this little girl?
Do you see any of the letters?
And how to get rid of back fat on The Doctors.
Today at 4 on CBS 12.
The Doctors is all new. Can a controversial procedure in China cure blindness?
I had a real issue with this, but for one mom, it was her only hope.
I can't believe that after all these years, I have a chance to see.
Before they get on that plane, I just have to meet them because as a doctor, I'm a little worried. Does she know that something bad could come from this?
I would never let that happen.
Right here on The Doctor's stage, find out if the controversial procedure worked.
Do you see any of the letters?
And
Any of the letters?
Doctor, give me the news.
And our next story is also very, very controversial. It's a story that got me concerned when I heard about it. This will really speak to all you moms out there. What if your child was blind and the only medical treatment that could restore their sight was untested and actually unapproved in this country? I had a real issue with this, but for one mom, it was her only hope.
I have challenged Macy since she was born. She was potty trained at 18 months. She was walking by 8 months. She was talking, but I never told her that she was blind. In my mind, if people started making Macy believe that she couldn't see, then I felt like she would manifest that. I would say, look, flip the lights on, she'll close her eyes. She may not follow me, but I think that she sees me, and the doctor made it very clear. He would say, you want her to see, and so you believe it.
The kids would run up and they would scream in my face, and then they would just come up and go, how many fingers am I holding?
My daughter has optic nerve hypoplasia. The doctor told me that her eyes see 20/20, but that the cord that connected the eyes to the brain was underdeveloped and that she was blind. I just went into instant, no, she's not going to do Braille. She can see enough. This isn't going to work for me. We tried everything. She did ice skating. She did gymnastics. I even let her try basketball, and she would come home going, I don't know why they're not letting me play. You know, I didn't have the heart to say it because they all know that you can't see. You know, I just couldn't say that to her.
From the very beginning, I knew that I was going to be a loner, and I just got over it.
So I thought, let's go try horses, and sure enough, the shoe fit.
What I love most about riding horses is that freedom of I'm sitting on the horse and they're seeing for me. They make me feel very safe.
The day that I logged on and found out about stem cells in China was the happiest day that I'd had in a long, long, long time. I told Macy we were going to get it done.
I can't believe that after all these years, I have a chance of being able to see.
This is the hottest area of medicine for every specialty. So the whole idea with stem cells, if people don't know, it's you have a cell that potentially can develop into anything that you want, that it's programmed in such a way that it can go wherever it wants. But at this point, the technology, we don't know where it's going to go.
Right.
We don't have the technology yet to control it.
Well, what do you say about all these people going abroad who are going over for blindness or treatment for cerebral palsy, and they're coming home and they're saying, wow, my child has never looked or done better?
You know, there's a lot of people out there that
technology
are
there may be
desperate. They're in this country. There's nothing we can do for them, and that's sometimes their only hope. And if it was me, if my child, and they had a condition that was untreatable here, and there was maybe something abroad that would help, I would be over there in a second.
This is a money-making machine going on abroad. They're charging $25,000, $30,000 for treatments that are unproven, and they're sometimes just taking stem cells and just putting them through an IV and saying, okay, let's hope they go where they're supposed to and do the job they're supposed to do. It seems hocus pocus to me at this stage.
I agree.
Especially
something like that. I mean, we know stem cells are the future. They are going to be, for some diseases, they're already miracle cures, and in the future, they're going to be more and more miracle cures. But things that they're unproven yet, it's just a crapshoot. Another issue with the stem cells is where they come from. And years ago, the stem cells could only really come from fetuses, and that was really, really, really controversial. A lot of people had a really big problem with that. But nowadays, you can get stem cells from a lot of other sources. Cord blood,
yeah.
even fat cells, exactly.
Right.
So it's not controversial anymore where they're coming from.
And actually, even women's periods, which sounds a
There
little
you
strange,
go.
but yes.
It's such an exciting debate, and we're going to talk about it a lot more. And hopefully in the future, we'll understand even more why it may and how it will work. Well, when I heard about Shell and Macy's trip to China, I felt that I needed to intervene personally. I wanted to arm her with all the knowledge I could before they got on that plane.
Macy is legally blind, and they're going to China tomorrow for an experimental treatment that they think may be the miracle cure. Before they get on that plane, I just have to meet them because as a doctor, I'm a little worried. I have a lot of concerns about it. There have been no rigorous studies done with it. Macy is a guinea pig here.
I don't feel that at all. I mean,
I disagree 100%. Do you really feel this is her decision, or are you making this decision for her?
this was my decision. I feel like it's always been my job. The minute that I found out that she was blind was, I will do everything in my power to help her.
It makes absolutely no sense why injecting stem cells into the cerebrospinal fluid, there's no scientific validity there whatsoever. Does she know that something bad could come from this?
I would never let that happen, ever. Mm-mm.
It is snake oil. They're just doing it and praying for the best.
If I had listened to the doctor from the get-go, Macy would have been living her life as a blind person. I believe in miracles, and my daughter will see.
Let's just say that I stood at the door and I said, I can't let this happen. You'd push me out of the way, wouldn't you?
Like a bulldozer.
I'm so excited. I'm hoping that everything goes well and I come back here and then those stem cells start kicking in and working and I start to see better.
I wish you nothing but the best.
Well, coming up, Shell did decide to take Macy for the controversial treatment after all. Find out what happened when we come back.